by Jack Schreier, based on the book by John Green, the writer of Fault in Our Stars. This movie is about a boy named Quentin, played by Nat Wolff, who likes to play it safe. He is not a troublemaker. He has been friends with a girl that lives across the street from him named Margot Spiegelman. Of course, he has a big-time crush on her. Margot is played by Cara Delevingne, who's a Victoria's Secret model and is going to be in the Suicide Squad movie as the Enchantress. This is coming out in August 2016. Now, Quentin and Margot have grown apart over the years, and Quentin and Margot are now in different cliques. They're not as close as they used to be. But of course, he still thinks about her. One night during his senior year of high school, Margot decides to sneak into Quentin's room. She wakes him up and she asks him to go on this little venture with her for the night to play some pranks on her friends. She finds out that her boyfriend has been cheating on her, so she wants revenge. She also wants to take this revenge out on all of her friends in her clique because she believes they're part of the deception and they all knew about the fact that he was cheating on her. So they go out and do all these pranks like wrapping a car in saran wrap. And this whole prank thing is very hilarious. After the prank night, Margot decides to disappear, decides to go off on one of her solo adventures and leave clues around for Quentin to figure out. So Quentin gets his two best friends, Radar and Ben, to come along with him on this road trip to find Margot so he can tell her how much he loves her. And Margot's best friend, Lacey, comes along, as well as Radar's girlfriend. So these 5 teenagers go on a road trip to find Margot and uncover all these clues that she's left behind. This is a okay film. The actors in this movie are really good, especially Nat Wolff and Cara Delevingne. They have great chemistry together. Quentin and his friends have great chemistry and they really work very well off together. A lot of the hilarious antics that they get into are pretty funny. Not that funny, but somewhat funny. I mean, I did get some chuckles out of me. But then there is the negatives of this movie, and the negatives is that this movie hits a lot of standard cliches that you see in teen flicks. There's this one annoying boy in the group, Ben, who is such a creep. He has a crush on Quentin's mom, and he has a crush on Margot's best friend in the movie. And how that works out is really kind of stupid. He was just so annoying, basically the Jar Jar Binks of the movie. There are piss jokes in this movie, which is really gross. I don't like piss jokes, unless very rarely gross humor is done right. And this time it wasn't done right. And I just really couldn't get into this movie, even though there are some good things about it. I did like the definition of paper towns, which is when you read a map, sometimes there are fake cities on that map, and they're there because the maker of the map wants to have some copyright protection, just in case someone decides to make a duplicate of that map. You can prove that that map is false by showing that there are fake cities on it. Not every city is real. So I did like how they used that definition as a metaphor for how some towns are so stereotypical and so boring sometimes. But this whole movie was really not that good. First half of the movie, right up until the road trip, was great, but then the rest of the movie just went down and down, and I really started to lose my investment in the movie. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a C. It's pretty much just a rental, and that's all I got to say about Paper Towns.